Hi everyone, welcome back. Wanted to let you in on our newest and potentially most exciting feature, our report scheduler. You'll notice there's a new menu here at the top, scheduled reports. So let's take a look. Here you've got three tabs. Your scheduled reports, which are reports you've already scheduled. Recipients, which are people that are available to receive reports. And then a history, which is your history of reports that have been run via your scheduler. So let's start at looking how to initiate a schedule. You'll see that any report now in Report Toaster has these little three dots, which means more, and you can see that you can schedule a report. So let's schedule the orders report. It gives it a name here. You can change this to whatever you want. It might be for going to me. And then I can set the frequency and interval. So the interval I can choose from hours, days, weeks, or months. So I could have this report come to me every 3 days, for example. I could start and end it at a specific time, the scheduling. If I don't choose a schedule, then or a start at date, then it will start at like immediately. It will start every 3 days starting immediately. So I'm going to leave that blank, and then end, no end at means it goes in perpetuity. So we're going to leave that because I want this to come to me every 3 days until I tell it to stop. So then you've got the recipients. I'm going to send this to myself just via SMS, and we'll talk about this in a bit. And then format, I want this in PDF format. I have the choices of also CSV and JSON, just like our normal exports. Here, though, I'm going to choose PDF. And then let's say I'm going to save it. And there we can see our scheduled report, the next run being basically right now. And then it will then rerun every 3 days after that. So I can expect an SMS message here pretty soon with the results of that report. So let me then show you recipients. Here I can go and I can add a recipient, change a recipient. So if I add a recipient, test recipient, I can give it an email address, and I can also give it an SMS number. I can do one or the other, both, it doesn't matter. Depends how you want these to be delivered. So if you want just to go to email, you'd create a recipient here with that email address. If you wanted to just go to your SMS, you just create put in your phone number or a phone number to deliver it to. If you want both, fill in both. And you don't have to add a recipient. So one thing that's interesting is that if you don't add a recipient, you can just have the report run, and it will then be left on the history, and you can go download it later. I'll get back to that in a second. But just one more note about recipients is when the report is delivered to them, it's delivered with a link that can be used for download, and so that link stays alive forever. You can always get back to it and go download that report. So here's history. I'm going to refresh the history, and we should see that, yep, that PDF is here. I actually got a notification on my phone that it was delivered as well. It shows the delivery. It was delivered to Sam via SMS. And you can also, again, we can download it again later. So if I press to download that, it downloads, and I'll pull it up. This is probably a fairly large report. So there it is. I don't know how many pages this is, 305 pages, but there you can see how you can get to it later. And that's how you can do this with no recipients. You can just, plenty of these we have scheduled with no recipient. You can just come back later and look at it, but then you always know the data is there. If you're running a monthly report for sales, tax reporting, anything like that needs to be run at certain times, you can just run it and always go back to it. So that's pretty much it. That's how we've implemented our scheduler. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, as always, hit us up in the live chat. Otherwise, talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. To watch more tutorials, you can go to support.cloudlab.com or visit our website at cloudlab.com.